Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others, or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Machedo is the best.
Hi there, Machedo. Sweet you from Machedo.com. Who's Machedo and Think Personal Branding? All right, today is the 1st February 2019. Time right now is 3:46 in the morning. Okay, for those of you who just joined in, just want to first give you a kind of apology that I'm sorry I've not been able to upload the video because I had a food poisoning case and where I nearly died. So thank you for the good wishes. Thank you for the people who even send me some donations. Some of them send me $5, some send me $27, one even send me $2. One even asked me, Lloyd, what is your bill? I'll pay for the ICU. Well, my friend, my bill came up to nearly $1,162. That is one day in the ICU because I nearly lost my life. But you don't have to pay the whole bill. For those of you who have been generous enough to support my channel, thank you so very much. For those of you who send me those kind wishes and the birthday wishes, thank you once again. But we need to move on to a lot of updates because I'm delayed by 3 days. So there's quite a lot of stuff for me to share. So let's quickly move on. Okay, today's video is going to, the summary of today's video. And for those of you who want to see particular topics, check the description with the timestamp. I will put each topic with the timestamp so you can click on whichever topic that you want to know more information about. But for those of you who want to see the whole thing, well, you're welcome. So today's topics are going to cover, one is UAE is actually liaising with Interpol to send back people in the UAE back to India. So that is one major shocker. You have UAE and Qatar issues, especially the football bit, but I'm going to give you my personal opinion about it. Then you have news that is manipulated and hyped that you should not buy or fall for. You have a controversial news that is a tweet about a prophet and how religion sensitivity is still there. That also for someone who is having a debate, which you should hear about. A couple of businesses which have shut down, scams and frauds, and you have individuals who have been jailed for using social media. Social media. Sorry, the T. Okay, in terms of readers, quite a number of letters that I received, some thank yous, but the surprising bit is about the housing scam which has now moved to India, Bombay, and people in the UAE who are getting cheated. You have bank charges which have increased. Soup.com is doing something controversial. You have a couple of complaints about Do and Itisala, the vacancies. There are a couple of vacancy announcements, a couple of job loss announcements. And some really controversial, shocking news. And yes, about someone who confessed about their sexual experience. All that will be shared in this video. But first things first, before I move on any further, I just want to tell you the first most important thing is, if you have any more information with regards to Indian high school, please share it because I've been getting so many comments, so many emails, so many messages about Indian high school that I've compiled it all together, including one which is a very big shocker. So if you have anything, please share it with me ASAP because I'm going to come out with a video in a day or two and you will be blown away with the expose that I have in terms of Indian high school and how they're manipulating the students, how the CEO is actually taking advantage of middle class families and his greed and is not going checked. So that would be coming out in the following video. So if you have any information with regards to Indian high school, send it across to me. My WhatsApp number is put down below in the description box or an email. Your identity will be kept confidential. Let's quickly move on to the news. I had literally more than 93 pages, so I've squeezed it down. The first one is UAE extradites Indian high-ranking officer. This is 31st January 2019 from the Times of India. It seems that the UAE has handed over a very influential corporate lobbyist, that is Deepak Talwar and Rajiv Saxena, a close aide to Augusta Westland middleman Christian Michael to India. Now, why is this newsworthy? Because what is happening is, it seems the trend is now India and UAE is having this secret love affair whereby they're doing things which they normally wouldn't do. UAE normally doesn't extradite people back to India unless it gains something. So I'm pretty sure the Indian government and the UAE government have some tie-up between themselves, because of which they are saying, okay, fine, I will give back all the people that you say is wanted by you. You, on the other hand, have to do some favors for me. So the question is, what is the favor that UAE is actually getting is a big mystery. That is not yet known. However, in the news, they're just showing the nice bits in the front. So I want you to keep in mind, especially if you have a case in India, if you're an Indian and you have a case in India, it might even go to, if you're a Pakistani, you're a Bangladeshi, you can be any nationality. And if you have a criminal case, maybe UAE, to improve its image, to improve its relationship, to get out of the debt that it is actually suffering, it might actually do things that it's not normally doing. So keep an eye for this and read in between the lines. The second one is UAE accuses Qatar of Qatar banning its products. Now, the love affair between UAE and Qatar is going bad to us. You have this news that has come from gulfnews.com. It seems the Qatar Ministry of Public Health has reportedly stopped pharmacies from selling medicines and other products coming from UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain and Egypt. So UAE has filed a complaint against Qatar at the World Trade Organization, saying that Doha has imposed a ban on Emirati products. Now, people have been asking me, Loy, is the relationship between UAE and Qatar going to go good or bad? Well, I'm here to tell you it's going to go bad to worse. Because not only this, but the football loss. The football loss was really embarrassing for UAE. Why? Because UAE takes its football, its sports, really, really personal. You need to understand that people in the UAE, for them, football is a matter of life and death. It's a matter of prestige. It's a matter of for them to show that we are a superior nation. And all the news outlets, that is Daily Mail, co.uk, you have news18.com, you have even this hard blogger who is an ex-UAE expat. He is from UAEviral.com. His title was pretty enticing. Emiratis show the dark side after an embarrassing 0-4 loss. In fact, I would put the link of the YouTube video. I'll put it in the link below. Watch the video by Al Jazeera. Watch the video of the whole match summary. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. In fact, if you read, especially dailymail.co.uk, you would see that UAE fans took off their sandals and threw at the opposing players, including plastic bottles, because they didn't have real bottles. It was not allowed. See, the UAE security, they tried to do their best to make sure there would be no scenes. In fact, the buzzword was on the streets that before the match took place, UAE, all the UAE fans and UAE officials purchased all the tickets outright, even big investors, even big rich guys, rich fans, and they distributed it for free to UAE fans so that no Qatari fans could be present there. However, they could not stop Omanis from coming and supporting Qatar. However, after they lost, that is when they knew that they were losing, especially I think after the second or third goal, they started throwing their footwear, mostly sandals and slippers, at the Qatari team members. Now, for those of you who understand culture, if an Arab throws his sandal at you, that is by far the worst insult that you can actually get. So a bit of unsportsman kind of spirit over there. Personally, what I believe is a game is a game. Don't take it so bloody seriously. Don't make it a matter of life and death. People do this even with India and Pakistan, even with, let's say, Australia and UK. And Qatar, well, obviously, UAE and all other states which it is fighting against, especially Qatar. I just think that sports should not be mixed with politics. But since they are mixing it, I think this really hurts them. And for UAE, I'll tell you, a lot of heads would roll, especially from the Football Federation, because it was a matter of national pride. Next one, this one, once again, UAE in a bad form globally. The Equality Awards. Now, when you're promoting equality awards between sexes, you should have the common sense that if I'm saying women are equal to men, I need to give equal importance to women as I give importance to men. But the UAE Gender Awards, as reported by The Guardian, as reported by Business Insider, and as reported by BBC World, all three outlets have made fun of UAE and ridiculed them because in the Equality Awards, certificates and medals given by Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Vice President of UAE, he gave the best government entity supporting gender balance, best federal authority supporting gender balance, and best gender balance initiative on Sunday. And all the awards, almost all, 99% were taken by men. And there was hardly one or two females, maybe one. So tweets were being sent and being asked, is this a diversity award or is this a joke? Some people even said, well, there was a little bit of diversity. One of the dudes was wearing a grey outfit. Another one said, did someone hack the website because it seems that there are hardly any women. I personally feel that Sheikh Mohammed, the thing is, Sheikh Mohammed is a great leader. He is really doing his best to uplift Dubai's image in a very genuine manner. If you actually look at it, let's look at a very balanced and honest view. The UAE supports women more than most of the Gulf states. In fact, in 2015, the report has been 135,000 Emirati women participated in the labor market as compared, imagine 135,000 in 2015 compared to just 1,000 in 1975. So women are supported much more in the UAE than in other Gulf states. You have 43% of women who hold Emiratis, that is, who hold a bachelor's degree, compared to 23% of men. So women really take the step forward in terms of education, in terms of corporate life, in terms of, let's say, government, mostly government, not private sector. However, the drawback here is, if you look at a balanced argument, the human rights still says UAE is not perfect because it has the Sharia law where marriage, divorce, custody of children and domestic violence is concerned. But what I have to say to that is, you can't make any country perfect. United States is not perfect. United States, even today, has problems with sexism, racism, religion, and especially their interference in so many other countries where it's not required. And they never tell the truth that they are interfering in a Middle East country for oil and they're not interfering in another country like Syria because there is no oil. So let's stop crucifying UAE just for the sake of crucifying them. I look at it as UAE is trying to do its best. The only mistake that they did here is, especially Sheikh Mohammed's PR team, someone should have been there to advise him and tell him, listen, you need to have more women in the award just to keep this PR exercise worth it. Otherwise, it's going to backfire. Sadly, there was nobody to tell Sheikh Mohammed what to do. He went ahead with good intentions and it backfired. I just look at it as this has been a mistake from the PR side, and that is where UAE has been made fun of. Once again, heads are going to roll because Sheikh Mohammed is a perfectionist as far as I have studied and learned about him. Now, coming to the next news, this one is stupid. You just have stupid, retarded news for the sake of retardation. Now, this one is by Khaleej Times, 30th January 2019. It seems you'll get a 10 million dirham fine if you launch anything into space. And what do I mean by space? You try to launch anything 100 kilometers above the Earth's sea level without the approval of the new UAE Space Agency, you will be fined 10 million dirhams. Now, why is this kind of retarded? Number one is because as per the UN declaration, it states that space is open to any country. You cannot restrict it. But this law is by the UAE says, no, this part of the space is for me. I'm sorry, you cannot shoot anything up there. Now, the funny thing is, it's not even like few meters up, it's 100 kilometers. And so if you are planning to send something 100 kilometers up above UAE into space, they're going to charge you 10 million US dollars. 10 million dirhams. I wonder how they charge. Let's say United States sends a spaceship. Hey, US, you're going to pay 10 million dirhams? Come on. Oh, bullshit, man. As per this rule, it says you cannot put any satellite or rocket. It's illegal. Oh, by the way, buying and selling meteorites is illegal. Yeah, as if it's like buying a Masafi or Pepsi or Coca-Cola. And yeah, you'll get 10 million dirhams fine and up to 2 years imprisonment. I would like to see them jail Donald Trump for sending his satellite on top of UAE. Yeah, that's another retardation. Oh, this is another bullshit news that UAE shared. Oh, UAE developer rescues the project. 30th June, Gulf News, they say that they are asking the question, do you remember Dubai Star project in upmarket Jumeira Lake Towers, Cluster L? Who the fuck knows Cluster A or B or C? Do you even know what the fuck is what cluster? And then you say, oh, the Dubai Star project, which was on Jumeira Lake Towers, Cluster L. It's like me saying, do you remember Project X of Planet Hoth in Zone Star? Yeah, what is this, fucking Chinese? So it seems that, whatever, this particular project, Dubai Star, is now renamed as Prietoni Tower. And they have revived 554 residential units. This guy, CEO Edoardo Pritoni, oh, so it's his name, of Pritoni Real Estate. He took over the project, and see the funny words that they say, the aim of restoring Dubai's image. He took over the project to restore Dubai's image. My response to you is, shut the fuck up. You didn't do anything to restore anyone's fucking image. You did it because you must have got this bloody project for cheap, and that is why you just want to make money. So I hope it is worth it. Well, you took a business risk. I hope you sell all the residential units, make some bloody money, and stop giving bullshit up from your ass, man. The next one, talking of bullshit up your ass, you have Damac chairman. You remember in my previous video I said that the Damac chairman is such a bloody hypocrite when he says that being a Damac chairman, being such a leadership position in Dubai, he should be telling people invest in Dubai. Instead of that, he goes to CNBC where he's going to Davos and saying that the London property market is worth investing, especially 1.3 billion because the pound is become weak. So here he gives in ArabianBusiness.com, he says, no, I didn't say that. Oh, excuse me, I didn't say that. I said that it is, it is tempting, but you shouldn't invest. One of his name is the chairman of Dubai-based Damac. His name is Hussein Sajawi. So then they got one of his guys, I'll give you the guy's name. He works for Damac as well. So he said, no, it's nothing like that. What's his name? I'll give you his name. Damac Properties CFO Adil Taki says, no. This is, he talking personally, not as the chairman of Damac. For me, it's very simple. If you represent a company, you are the bloody chairman. The words that you use is, whether it's personal, whether it's professional, it is nothing but one. So if you as an international investor are looking to invest in London and not in Dubai, that clearly shows that you do not trust the leadership of Dubai. Arabian Business, try harder. Damac chairman and Damac group and what's this guy's name? Mr. CFO Adil Taki. You're trying too hard. I'm sorry, nobody's convinced. Next one is January 30th. UAE says, oh, the biggest expose, Khalid Times. 140 fake degrees were caught last year. Dr. Ahmed Balushi Al-Falasi. Nice name, big names they have. Minister of State of Higher Education and Advanced Skills in the Federal National Council. He said that they managed to capture 140 fake degrees. My dear, there are more than 10,000 degrees that are being flooding the market per attestation company, per, these fake degree universities, 10,000 per institution. I put up a video about it, the fake degree scam. because I worked for one of these companies that actually does this. You have more than 10,000 degrees coming out per month. 10,000. And you just got 140. So what are you bragging about? It's like shame. It's like you have 1 million cases of AIDS victim and you heal 2 people and saying, yeah, we have done 2. Clap hands, clap hands. Shut the fuck up. This is another. And here's the thing. You're saying that, oh, you have caught the Emiratis. Have you arrested them? Have you put them in jail? Have you exposed them? No. You have just caught the degrees. So what? It doesn't mean anything. This is just jack shit. Because I'll tell you, having worked in that industry, once you attest a document, once you just process the visa, you can't do anything. And given the fact that I can give you a prediction or approximation, I think more than 80% of all the degrees, I'm challenging you on this, 80% of all the degrees in the Middle East are fake. Nobody's going to expose them because you will destroy the market. Imagine if you have to deport or you have to jail 80% of all the people in the Middle East. What are you going to do? Nobody's going to talk about this. This is all crap news. Next one is Gulf News, 14 Jan. This is slightly old. But here the question is, even though you have more visitors in Dubai, they claim you have more visitors, more tourists in Dubai. Why are the hotels slashing their rates? This, according to me, is fake news. Why? I'll tell you why. If you had more tourists coming to Dubai, you would increase the price. When there is more demand, it's simple economics. When there's more demand, you increase the price. When there's less demand, you decrease the price. These tourists have come to Dubai only because you put the prices really low. If you increase the price, nobody's going to be there. So this is bullshit news. I don't buy this. It's very simple. If my services are in demand, really big demand, everyone's coming to me and saying, oh, I want your services. You think I'm going to give a discount and say, okay, you can take for cheaper, you can take for 50% off? No, that's bullshit, man. I'm going to increase the price. So this is another bullshit news. And then National.ae, they state that more than 330 million worth of fake goods were seized. Here's my question to you. How the hell did these fake goods enter the market? It's like in UAE or in the Middle East, you have prostitution, which is against Islam, which is against the laws of the country. How the fuck are these prostitutes entering the country in the first place? How are they practicing? How is it at 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning? You go to any fucking nightclub, you will see girls asking, hi, how are you? Oh, 500 only. From where are they coming? They are coming because you allowed them to come. You think the CID, the intelligence, doesn't know that prostitutes are coming into the country? Girls who are wearing skimpy outfits and showing their ass and their boobs and their cleavage. You do not know that they are prostitutes. You do not know what is happening in the clubs. You know what is happening. So even this 330 million fake goods were seized. Oh, applause, applause. I wouldn't be surprised if these goods were seized and they were sold to make a profit. Okay, so I don't buy this bullshit news. The next one. This one is a good one. KHDA, that is for the education. KHDA gives awards. Khalid Sam says, 3 in 4 pupils in Indian schools get good or be better education. For those of you who do not know, this KHDA, these awards, when they have these awards, bigger the school, the more influential the person, more connections in the government, the better the chance of the school getting a very high approval. That's why you have the GEMS Modern Academy. I want you to check what is the fee, the school fee structure of GEMS Modern Academy. I want you to check who's the owner of GEMS Modern Academy, and then you'll come to know why GEMS Modern Academy got such an outstanding rating. Oh, the second bullshit is Indian High School. I will be giving you an expose coming in 2-3 days time about Indian High School, how they manipulate this award. This expose is coming within a few days. Then you have Delhi private schools, GEM private school, GEMS, our own English High School, Millennium School, Ambassador. You have very good schools, very, very good schools. My challenge to you is check the school fees. How much is the school fees, and compare it to an average school. Check who's the owner of the school, and check how many contacts and connections these big guys have. Then you'll come to know how a school gets outstanding. And forget all that. If you have a friend who's a teacher who works in any of these schools, ask them how do they manipulate the system to get this outstanding award? You know, the thing is, all these awards is nothing but bullshit. They're just trying to fake it. They actually tell the children what to say, how to behave, how to act. The teachers fake it. Bright students are kept in the front, dumb students are kept in the back. Some students are even told, take a holiday, you'll get extra marks. They ask questions which the students know. They fake it. They have mock sessions. I know because I had 2-3 girls who I was dating who were teachers, and they told me how these awards are manipulated. So this is again bullshit news. The next one, another bullshit news, Gulf news. They say buyers are queuing for off-plan properties in Dubai. Vassal Properties hit a score with its Gardenia townhouses near Ibn Battuta Mall. Here's my challenge to you. When few people, maybe 100, in a population of 9 million, 100 people just stand in line to buy a property, you put it up in the news. But when you have thousands of other properties that are left abandoned, thousands of houses that are left abandoned by the contractors, thousands of contractors who are swindled, scammed and cheated people, taking their money, not paying them. When you have the government itself that has failed in that 99-year lease, in its own projects, you don't mention all this. But you mention one incident of 100 people or 200 people. Let's say 500 people, okay? Generous, 1,000 people. In 9 million population, you put it up as, wow, they're selling like hotcakes. This is bullshit. A smart person, a person with common sense wouldn't fall for this nonsense. Next one, another bullshit news. Oh, property prices are shooting up. Demand is shooting up, but prices are falling down. 21,700 homes are delivered in 2018, which is the highest number since 2011. You are shooting yourself in the foot by releasing so many properties. And then you have the other news which I shared with you is, it seems the Dubai Expo, they are going to keep 50,000 units ready. When you have so many houses that are going to be ready, so much of supply, where is a demand for it? And when these prices crash, the market is going to impact UAE very badly. You're going to have people who are going to have houses, units that nobody wants to stay. And that is why payments from banks is going to be an issue. Prices are going to come down and you will have to lay off people in order to cover the expenses. This is the way they're making it sound as if it's something great. I'm telling you, its companies are going to close down. People are going to lose jobs. The country is going to crash. Coming to a bit of regional news, that is Saudi Arabia. Just look at this. A tweet of a prophet lands Indian youth in jail for 10 years. Now I'll tell you why I'm giving you this. A resident of Kerala, Vishnu Dev Radhakrishnan, was slapped with a 10-year jail term and a penalty of 150 Saudi riyals, that is 40,000 US dollars, on charges of blasphemy. His father, who is a former officer with the Indian Air Force of 21 years, approached the Indian embassy in Saudi Arabia, external ministry, Congress, even MP Shashi Tharoor, begging for his son's return. No avail. Well, let me give you a news. If he was a UK citizen, if he was an American citizen, if he had a white passport from Europe, they would release him and everyone would be clapping hands. Wow, Saudi has humanitarian bits in them. They released him, the king pardoned, okay? But the sad fact is, this guy has an Asian passport, third world country. So Radhakrishnan Iyer can beg, plead the Indian government will give a fuck because it doesn't give a fuck about its citizens, okay? So I'll tell you, this poor guy who's an engineer, he first got 5 years, but then a higher court said, no, 5 years is not good. Let's give him 10 years. Small fine is not good. Let's give him $40,000 for a poor person from India. You think he can afford $40,000? Now, how did this problem begin? Now, for those of you who are Muslims and say, no, if he talks about a prophet, he should be jailed. Let me tell you how the problem started. He had a friend, a Muslim woman in London, who he made friends with on social media. She made some remarks about the Indian culture. She made remarks about Hindu gods. And she made remarks about his culture, his tradition. That is okay. That is fucking okay. But when Vishnu asked her, he just asked her a few things about the Prophet, just asked. That is not okay. That is not okay. And because of which he got into trouble. And here's the part that disturbs me even more. His expert legal advisors, his legal team, this poor fellow's legal team, told him, don't appeal, say that you're guilty and punishment will be less. He listened to his legal team and the punishment didn't turn out to be less, it turned out to be double. See how they misguided him. See how the laws are. That is why. Why do you think people hate Saudis? Why do you think people hate Islam? Why do you think there's such a bad opinion? Because you can talk about Christianity, Jesus Christ, about Hinduism, and the punishments are not going to be so severe. Now, a Muslim lady questioned about Hindu gods, about Hindu culture. That's okay, that's chill pill. But if you speak about, you question, he didn't say anything bad, you question about the Prophet, you're fucked, you're jacked. Oh, why did she marry a 6-year-old or 9-year-old? Oh, no, don't you dare. Or some people say, no, he did it to protect her. But then, if I, a grown man, were to marry a 6-year-old or 9-year-old, is that okay? I can say I'm doing to protect her. I'm marrying her to protect her. I'm not having sex, nothing to protect her. Is that normal? No, Loy, you can't mix that with this. Yeah, bullshit, yeah. Come on. Stop this all nonsense. That's why for me, religion, keep it far from me. I don't want anything got to do with religion. Each religion thinks, oh, we are the most special. Our God is true. You join our religion, you'll go to our heaven. You join that religion, you'll go, oh, all gods are one. But then you can't mix the gods. All bullshit, yeah. Next one, Dubai. If Dubai is doing very well, my question to you is why Radio Mango, the second Malayalam radio station to close down in 1 year. Not one, but two. I'd given this news, I think quite some time ago, that Radio Mango 96.2, which was launched in 2014, stopped airing its programs in the middle of the month. They had taken a full page ad in Malayalam Manorama on January 18th, publishing that they are closing down. They didn't state any reason. Let me give you the reason. The reason is simple, because I spoke to one of the guys who was working there. They had very bad revenues for advertisements. You don't have any money, you can't survive. Remember, nobody gives a fuck about your creativity. Nobody gives a fuck about your originality. You don't make money, you close down. The first Malayalam radio station to close down was Voice of Kerala, 1152 AM, based in Russell, Kema, that closed early in 2018. Now, coming to the part which I told you when the economy is suffering, you're going to have many people start scams and start frauds. You have a water scam, 29th January, on my birthday. That is, Gulf News reported that well-dressed people are selling booklets from Masafi, which is one of the top leading water companies, where they're selling fake booklets costing 99 dirhams for 18 coupons for 5-gallon water bottles. So it turned out to be fake. The lady, when she tried to get the guy, by the time he ran off. So if anyone gives you these amazing offers, 90% off, 70% off, anything, please be careful. Another fraud that is happening is Gulf News is warning that if you get any links sent to you via email, any click this or any SMS from any banks, financial institutions, or you won a prize, most of it is fraud. Sharjah Police is warning people. Then you have even these guys who are acting like they're fake policemen. In Gulf News, once again, it's reported that also in the area where I used to stay, Town area, a fake policeman was asking a cleaner. These cleaners are themselves illegal, Bangladeshis whose visa is expired, because I know two guys used to clean my cars. So they have a network. You know, when they're cleaning, they give each other signals or missed calls if there's any police that is coming. A very smart, way of communicating. So it seems that this guy tried to fake that he's a policeman and tried to catch one of these guys. So they caught him, and the public kind of caught this guy, and this guy's in trouble. So remember, if anybody tells you he's a policeman, ask them for their ID, check, read. Don't just say, show me ID, the guy shows you. Don't just look at it. Take it, read it, verify it, and make sure that if you need to take a photograph and you go with him to the police station, because if you're in the right, you have nothing to worry about. Then you have this sad news, which is then Khalij Times. It seems the Watchman rapes this girl. This Watchman, Pakistani guy, used to go into this apartment of this Dubai resident and used to rape the girl. The girl is a girl with special needs, Iraqi, and used to sexually abuse her. I blame the parents in this because being the mother and father, you need to have a heightened sense of responsibility, especially when your child is, with special needs. So I blame the parents for this. And for such a sick individual, I think he should be jailed for life. And in the world of stupid, January 28th, Asian man, he sends nude photos through social media to the girl's family, and he has been fined 250,000. Congratulations. He deserves to be jailed. 250,000, he's going to be in jail for the rest of his life. I don't think he's going to pay that. He'll be able to pay that amount. And another idiot. In WhatsApp, he sends all bad words, threats. 36-year-old Asian man. He was frustrated. Maybe he didn't pay his salary. Maybe they didn't give him what they promised. So now he's jailed for 3 months, 5,000 bucks fine for threatening, insulting, and talking all shit about the company, and including those directed once again towards religion. Yeah, why are you stupid, man? Remember, you give anything in writing, you give anything through these voice messages, it's evidence. Why are you shooting yourself in the bloody foot? I told people, don't try to do anything against your company. Even people write to me and say, should I, expose my boss, or should I talk about them? If the guy's powerful, if he's connected, if he's a local, and if you're planning to put anything on social media, you're going to get jacked, man. You'll never win. This one is a fishy news, Khalij Times. It seems a worker got jailed for touching a Dubai policewoman. Now, I can understand touching the Dubai policewoman. I'm pretty sure she was not dressed up in her uniform when he was touching her. But the part which I find fishy is, it seems that he tried to kiss her. But they didn't capture this on camera. They are assuming that he kissed her based on the verdict that she gave. But like I told you, if it's a local or if it's someone who works in the government, and if it's a lady, especially if it's a lady, and she claims something, you are guilty until you're proven innocent, especially if you're an expat. Remember this much, this rule in the Middle East, especially in UAE, the rule for an expat is you are guilty unless proven innocent. Then we have news updates from Wisdom Jobs. Gulf News reported that Wisdom Jobs is now getting deeper into trouble because they are checking with the consulates and embassies, because many more people have come forward. I want you to read the Gulf News update. It's very short. However, even people have commented below my video that many people got cheated because of Wisdom Jobs. I see Mr. Kolla, Ajay Kolla, is finished. And the final bullshit news, which I seriously can't seem to understand, is Burj Jumeira. You had Burj Khalifa, which I understand, the biggest erection in the middle of Dubai. You had Burj 2020, which was supposed to be in the lagoons, which was supposed to be launched before Expo 2020 in commemoration of Expo 2020. That project is now just shelved. Nobody knows what's happening. Now, even before that can get over, even before the dying projects can go over, you have Burj Jumeira, the new tower rising. And it seems this is a viral video. What bloody viral video? What nonsense are you talking? You don't complete the existing project and now you come out with this new project. Oh, we are going to do this high-rise tower. This is going to be another bullshit, according to me. They're just trying to fool people. I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't fall for it. I would say this is all nonsense. Okay. Now coming to the readers part. This is one of the favorites that people actually love. First and foremost, thank you so very much for the reader who sent me $27, one sent me $5, one sent me $1 when I was sick to kind of cover my hospital bill. My actual hospital bill went above $1,000 because I was in the ICU, and like I told you, I was seriously about to die. Okay, I got more than 3,000 birthday wishes. I copy pasted, thank you very much, because obviously I have to respond, but I can't individually respond to 3,000 wishes. One particular guy who's a biker, hardcore guy, he sent me a donation of a birthday gift of I think 200 dirhams. Well, I'm flattered. Thank you so much. Money does the talking. That is a birthday gift I really like. If you send me money, I'm very happy. One female actually sent me a very naughty picture of hers. I shared it with my wife. My wife, when she talks about breasts, she always calls it milk. She said her milk was very big. So this is a compliment to you, my dear, who sent me her naughty picture as a happy birthday gift. Okay. A reader on YouTube, he sent me the Al Jazeera video link of Qatar thrashing. The title is Qatar thrashes UAE to reach the Asian Football Cup. I would highly recommend you to watch that YouTube video. Amazing, fantastic coverage that they've shown. And you can actually see the disappointment in the UAE fans. I also got this video from a gentleman who is a rich, successful investor. He's an Indian guy. He invested in Lodha developers in Mumbai on a construction, and the houses cost up to 5 crores. Let me give you how much is 5 crores. 5 crores to USD. So 5 crores, if you check, is around 1.6 million US dollars. When you invest, it seems one of these flats which was constructed in Wadala, which is someplace in Mumbai, it seems that the walls are so weak. It's made of plaster of Paris gypsum. If you punch it, it's going to have a hole in it. They are not regulated. It seems they are breaking the rules. Many of the properties that they are constructing on is not legally approved. So this video link, I'll put it in the description down below. You need to watch this video. The guy just punches the wall and there you get a hole. So please be careful if you're investing money. The next one is one of the readers who has a bank account with Abu Dhabi Commercial Bank, and this is also reported in Gulf News. It seems that because of the merger now, you have to maintain a balance of 20,000 dirhams. Even if you have 1 dirham less, you'll be charged 100 dirhams monthly. My request to all the people who have banking accounts, check for hidden charges. A reader who shops on souk.com gave me 3 links. That is, banned products are being sold on souk.com. When I asked him, what do you mean by banned products? He said, if you ask them to provide a Dubai municipality certificate for the legality of these products, they don't have it. It seems these products are banned. They are not available in local stores. So my question is, how is souk.com selling it? Personally, I don't see anything illegal with this. But if you feel this is a problem, I think you need to raise it with the ministry. You need to bring it up with legal channels. If you ask me, I don't see anything illegal. But be careful if you're caught selling it, because if you're caught selling it, you're going to be in deep trouble. You have a reader who tells me, Loy, Botim, that is the service provided by Do in Etisalat, is actually a scam. See, what happens is, any other country, you have Skype, you have WhatsApp, you can have calls for free. But UAE, which wants to project itself as this open-minded country, international country, bans WhatsApp, bans international calls, free calls, bans social media calls. Why? Why are you doing that? You want to project yourself as a global country in a global community. You are saying Expo 2020 is going to be this way. Why are you banning? Because you want to make money. And this is unfair trade practices. And Etisalat and Do keep bragging, oh, we are making billions. We have made millions and billions, not millions, made billions of profits. It's not because your products are superior. It's not because your management is great. It's not because you know how to manage a company. It's because you're a monopoly. This gentleman has stated here is, one has to pay 50 dirhams to use the mobile phone Botim service. And on top of that, you have to use 100 dirhams to use home Wi-Fi services. And because you cannot use mobile services properly, you're forced to buy both of them. That results in you are paying 150 dirhams a month. And then he sent me this graph of mobile data. When you use it, it seems it sucks out data and you end up paying more. Then I have a reader who shared with me that in Dalma Mall, it seems business is down and shops, it seems majority of shops are empty. and people are selling at 70% off. Like I told you, it's very simple. What is happening is the market is going through a very challenging phase. So this is the only way they can survive. Okay, couple of vacancies. One is I'll be putting the email addresses and information in the description box, including showing you. One is salespeople are required. And please, before I even share with you the vacancies, I cannot vouch for them. I don't know them. This is what readers have sent me. One is sales professional required for a adhesive and resin company in UAE. Please share your CVs to kasar@star-uae.com. Another one, you have a vacancy for a graphic designer. Please send it to paras.nanda15@gmail.com. You have walk-in interviews for telesales and direct sales for credit cards, which is not good. I wouldn't recommend. But anyway, it's by bankbychoice.com. They want to hire a motivated sales professional. As usual, they say salary plus incentives. 1 to 2 years experience in banking. And the details I'll be putting either as a snapshot. It seems it's going to be in Dubai on 2nd of February. That's tomorrow. Okay. I also have this Vibe events. It seems that they are doing some casting. So anyone who wants to be in casting, you have to bring your UAE residence visa, Emirates ID, and make sure, obviously, you have to be legal in the country. So if anyone wants to star in some movies. There was one reader who told me there's a vacancy in oil and gas, but then he didn't give me any details. How am I supposed to tell people? Okay, in terms of jobs, the other update, there are a couple of media guys who are working in newspapers. It seems that they are losing their jobs, revenues are down, and now they are merging departments, so many people are losing their jobs. Reader just told me that national taxis, they had 10 months ago 1,800 taxis, now there are only 800. Plugins, it seems, has closed down all its stores. All the employees in UAE are asked to leave. Dubai Mall has closed plugins. Can someone confirm with me? I'd appreciate. It seems Damas has terminated 100 employees. One of them who lost his jobs told me that 100 employees have been fired, especially from the HQ that is in Jumeira Lake Towers. Hertz has closed its branches in Terminal 2. Russell Cayman Fujairah, sales director, has been terminated or resigned. I think it's resigned, yeah. Finance director has been terminated. Then, this one is a cautionary tale. A reader who asked me to help him get a job. We tried to get him a job somewhere. He couldn't get a job. Finally, he got this job offer where his salary expectation was 2,500. So he tried, he could not get a job. Finally, he sent me this message, Lloyd, I'm getting this job where they are saying through commission, I can earn up to 50,000 dirhams. And I told him, see, listen, people who claim that you can earn 50,000 or 100,000, whatever, these are only claims, you may not get it. And commission is very subjective. They only talk about the people who are very successful, not the ones who are failed. But he signed the contract and it seemed the HR person told him, you can get up to 50,000. Please don't be stupid and foolish. In today's market, getting 50,000 is a miracle. If you could guaranteed get 50,000, don't you think millions of people would join? Then this reader sent me a long letter. To make it short, didn't tell me male or female. It seems he or she is having sex with his tuition teacher and asked me my opinion on it. If you're a girl and you're having sex with your tuition teacher, if you get pregnant, you're jacked. If you're a guy and you're having sex with your tuition teacher and she's a girl, if she gets pregnant, you're jacked. If you both are gays, well, nothing to worry about there. But if you get caught, you're jacked. Personally speaking, if you're asking me, means you're not sure about what you're doing. If you get caught, you're going to get jacked. So remember, everything has a price to pay. Take it at your own risk. Finally, one reader asked me about my thoughts about abortion. I think the person is pregnant. Remember, abortion is illegal because you have sex outside marriage. Please don't try to do anything to your health. Abortion is dangerous. Don't do it in the UAE. Please go back to your country or back to some other country where abortion is legal. Get it done there. please don't get it done by yourself or don't get it done through someone in UAE because it is illegal. If you're caught, you'll be finished. So these are the bits of news. Like I told you, if you have any information, send it across to me. Email lloyd@machedo.com or my WhatsApp. The information is put below. You want to support my channel, you know how to do it. You want to contribute, there are mechanisms through PayPal, lloyd@machedo.com, $1, $5, $10, whatever. But most important is the update that I do want to share is Indian High School. I have a big expose coming out next because I got lots of information. I just am waiting for 2-3 other more readers to send me. Once this is there, remember, these are emails from people which I'm sharing. It's not from my own pocket. This is personal experience. And it's not to name or shame anyone. It's to educate the public of the injustice that is happening. So guys, Lloyd from lloydmachedo.com, who's Lloyd Machedo and Think Personal Branding. Sorry, I got delayed because I got sick. I appreciate all the support. Once again, put your comments. I always read them. This is me signing off for now. Take care.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by a fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Lloyd Machedo is the best.